Hi, Ashira Star Goddess. I was supposed to do this tag like a week ago, but I forgot, so I'm just gonna do it now while I have the camera up and running. I'd asked someone on their video in the comments, I believe it was Houston, his name's Houston, and what would, how would life be different if they weren't a pagan or if they did not practice witchcraft, or how would their life be different? What would they be doing? What would they be doing? And I was going to do the same tag. So if I was not into occult sciences or magic or witchcraft or alchemy or paganism, if I wasn't a pagan, what would I be doing? I'll tell you exactly what I would do. I would be doing bad things. Let's just say that. I would be regretting some of my life decisions. I would be trying to get out and about. I would be trying to be seen. I would be trying to hang out still. I would be depressed. And the reason I say I would be depressed is because there was always something, like there would always be something missing. Like I would feel like there was something missing. Life would have like hardly any meaning if I didn't practice this spirituality, because I was not very much of a Christian to begin with. I despised going to church, so that wasn't anything for me that was fulfilling. It was just like a big question mark and almost like a practical joke. So if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, I'd probably be an alcoholic or something, because I'd be trying to cope with whatever that missing spot was, And I would probably be a worse mother. I would probably be a terrible mother. Like right now, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I take care of my kids, and that's one of my main priorities. But if I was not on this path, if I didn't have this understanding, if I didn't know certain things, I would be thinking, there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be more than life. And I would be looking everywhere else except for within. So, yeah, I would definitely be a worse person if I wasn't what I am today. I would be lost. I would be angry. I would be self-destructive. And I would be very hard to get along with. And I would just say, if it weren't for paganism, occult sciences, metaphysics, magic, alchemy, I would probably be very just the opposite of what I am today, just a total wreck. So and I know a lot of people who are that way and are looking for something, and they can't find it in religion, and they can't find it in certain things or people, but they still have that like fear factor into crossing into the unknown or learning new things. And I say to them, at least, try it to see if it feels right. I say try it, at least see if it fulfills some part of you that you felt was empty before. I've been basically studying occult sciences all my life, but I never really was able to fully dive into it until I was an older person. And when I got to dive into it, and when I got to do all of the learning and the applying and living my life to those principles, my life totally changed. A lot of times we're forced to take on our parents' religion, and that religion came from their grandparents and their great-great-grandparents and their great-great-grandparents. And then you have to ask yourself, well, why were my great-great-grandparents this certain religion? And usually it's because either it was forced on them, or they had to conform and leave behind their ancient beliefs or cultural or traditional beliefs in order to not face persecution. So most people are not really tied to that religion culturally. It was forced on you. And I know for a fact it was forced on my ancestors. So I choose to, revisit other spiritualities, other forms of magic, and all that kind of good stuff. And it has made me feel very complete within, as if the answers have been answered. And there's always going to be questions, but they're not those giant gaping questions that, the church will never answer you, or they're not those giant gaping questions that people will dare not explain because the Bible says. So, I have nothing against Christian people. I have nothing against any religious person, but I'm saying that it was not for me at all. And I would say, like, my mom knows I'm a witch, and I would say, I would rather her change her words when she speaks to me about spirituality, because she still uses some religious terms, and I'm like, well, I'm not comfortable with those words. I don't like, how it's being said. It's more judgmental. You're giving away your power. Why would you do that? I'm not doing that. And, we get along fine. And she has adjusted to, speaking in universal terms. I'll just say that. So that is my tag on what I would be doing if I wasn't a pagan or a witch. So if you want to do this tag too, feel free. Thanks for watching. Blessings.